Hello, friends. Today's book is Elmo's Night Before Christmas. Look at the carolers. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. As visions of Christmas gifts danced in his head, a furry red monster went quickly to bed. It's off to sleep early, Elmo won't bicker. Then morning and Christmas will be here much quicker. Now everyone quiet, please don't make a peep. Elmo is trying to drift off to sleep. But then out in the street there arose such a clatter. Elmo sprang from his bed to see what was the matter. It was Oscar the Grouch and a pile of trash. He was digging around with a bang and a crash. Elmo called out, "Oscar, what are you doing?" The Grouch did not answer. The trash kept on spewing. Was that an old tire Oscar pulled from beneath? It was, Oscar shouted. I've just found my wreath. Then Oscar broke into a Grouch Christmas song. It was loud. It was junky. He sang it out strong. The Grouch finished singing. Elmo went back to bed. Now Elmo can sleep, the red monster said. He just closed his eyes to dream about toys when suddenly he heard yet another loud noise. Back to the window Elmo did race. A curious look spread over his face. Whom should he find interrupting his sleep but the Count, counting reindeer instead of sheep? Count Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Count Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. That's eight reindeer. Count, do you see Santa? Elmo shouted below. The Count shook his head as he stood in the snow. No, Santa's not here yet. I'm just getting ready. Be a good little monster and go back to Betty. So back Elmo crept. He got under his sheets. This time he tried dreaming of Christmas-type treats. But then he heard somebody singing and banging. Perhaps it was Santa who was making this clanging. Elmo opened the window and poked out his head. No, it wasn't Santa. It was Herry instead. His fuzzy blue fur from his head to his toe was splattered with clumps of fresh cookie dough. He stirred a big bowl with a large wooden spoon, and he sang Christmas carols a bit out of tune. Hey, Elmo, called Herry, I'm making a present. For my friend Cookie Monster, it's been very pleasant. I'm sorry my baking has caused you to wake. See you tomorrow, I've got cookies to bake. Elmo gave a long sigh with his head in his hands. Elmo thinks nobody quite understands. The sooner Elmo sleeps, the sooner Christmas comes. Then he sat on his bed and twiddled his thumbs. At last outside it grew very still. Then the silence was rocked by the sound of a drill. Elmo raced to the window. He looked out quite baffled. Biff and Sully were standing right there on a scaffold. Just hanging lights, Biff tipped his hat. Gotta get going, can't stay and chat. Elmo sighed once more and went back to bed. He closed his eyes tightly and covered his head. Then what should he hear? Yet another to-do. So back to the window our furry friend flew. 'Twas a small group of singers. The tallest fellow was covered in brilliant feathers of yellow. Next a big bird stood some carolers merry, Oscar, the Count, and cookie-dough'd Herry. Come, Elmo, they cried. Big Bird gave a whistle, and up Elmo jumped with the speed of a missile. He grabbed his warm boots, pulled them onto his feet, and then raced out to join them on Sesame Street. Elmo decided he might as well sing and shake Christmas bells with a jingle, jing, jing. Elmo will join you for one Christmas song. We'll sing Elmo's favorite. It won't take too long. When the song ended, Elmo went back to bed. He smiled to himself, and then here's what he said. Singing with friends has brought Elmo much joy. It's just as though somebody gave him a toy. Elmo's so glad he stayed up a bit later. Now Christmas, when it comes, will be that much greater. Merry Christmas, everyone. Take care, friends.